All right, in this video, we're going to do what's called a lazy daisy stitch. These are kind of fun because now you can start making a few designs. So you're going to see some similarities to the chain stitch that we had already done. And of course I had to use yellow because we're making a flower, so that's going to be fun. These first three things over here are just us practicing before we actually go over here and make the flower. So this is a lazy daisy stitch. Like I said, it's going to be similar to that chain stitch. So here is the first part. So we're going to go up on one, and we're going to go right back down that same hole that we made, but we're not going to pull it all the way through, just like you did on that chain stitch. We're going to go up here to 3, and I want to make sure that my needle goes right in the center, if you can see that or not, right in the center of my loop, keeping that kind of pulled up there. And this is going to kind of make a petal look. Okay, and I'm going to go back down on 4. So let me show you what this looks like here. So I got to tighten my one string up here. Okay, and this is what it should look like. It kind of looks like a little oval, like a petal. Okay, if you pull it tight, obviously the material is going to be tight. If you keep it loose, you know, it's more apt to snag. So be careful with how tight you're doing your threads, but this should be kind of what it looks like when you're done. And now we're going to keep going. I'm going to jump over to the middle section. We're going to do the same steps. So we're going to go up on 1, down on 2. So we're going to share that same first hole. Don't pull your thread all the way through. See, I was just about to. Don't pull it all the way through. And I'm going to, if you need your other hand, you can do this here. Kind of lay it up top. Because when I come back up through my 3, I want to be able to come right up to the center of that circle. And then you can kind of pull it tighter. And then go back down on the outside of the circle, which in this case, it says number 4 here. And then you have your second petal. We're going to do one more time. I'm going to go up through the 1, down through the 2, same hole. And then I want to lay this over top of where I kind of want my stitch to come through, right smack dab in the middle of my loop there. Just like that. And then back down. Oopsies, I totally pulled on that. There you go. And then back down. Now I made this a little tighter, as you can tell. It kind of sucked in there, but that's what a stitch is. Now we're going to go over here, we're going to try it so you can actually get a flower shape out of it. Let me change my thread real quick. Alright, let's do this flower here. So we're going to be using this center hole quite frequently, actually for each petal. I went ahead and punched out my holes real quick. We're going to come up to the center every single time to make our loop, or our first petal here, okay? I'm going to go ahead and tape this back here so I don't have to worry about that tail popping out. Okay, so I don't care what petal you want to start with. Doesn't really make a difference. So I'm going to go up in the center, go back down in the center. Do not pull your thread all the way through. I'm going to try to make sure that this loop doesn't get all twisted here. And I'm going to lay it, I'm going to do mine as the very top loop here. I'm going to lay it on that top spot. I'm going to go in to that bottom hole here, which will be the center of my first loop. You don't have to pull it super tight, okay? On paper, your paper can rip, so be careful. So secure it somewhat loose, and we're going to go back down on that top loop here. And I just pulled on my string. There we go. So right there made my first petal. Now I'll just turn it because I'm going to keep working so that I'll be doing my top loop each time. So again, we're going to be going up to the center again. We're going to go back down through the center. Don't pull your thread all the way through. I'm going to lay it on top of the spot I want to go next. We're going to go through the center of the circle. And then I'm going to go on the outside of the circle so that I can secure that petal down. So that is 2 stitches there. Now I'm going to keep doing this for the next 3. Now I am all finished there. I made 5 of my lazy daisies all in a circle, which gave me a fun little flower there.